to JK Games, the game podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode
or you like a good challenge. Yeah.
This is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge. Gaming knowledge.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Episode 135. That's a lot of episodes.
Yes.
I feel like I say that every single time. But it is.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, today, speaking of a lot, there's a lot of games coming out right now. A lot of games have came out. A lot of games are coming out. We honestly could do a whole dedicated episode to this lineup of this year. It's crazy. But I've been playing a lot of different things, trying out some things, have a lot on my docket, have a lot on my backlog, which we're going to have to dive into at some point. But if you have no idea who I am, my name is Kayla. I am one of your hosts on JK Games.
And I'm Jerica, your other host. And I don't know about you, Kayla, but there's a lot of games to play.
Yes, there is.
And I wish I had more time to play all of them.
Yeah.
But I am so proud of myself because I beat a game. I beat something recently. We're going to talk about on the show because it's semi-new.
Yeah.
So it is new. I think it came out last week.
Yeah, I was going to say, you blew through that. I'm definitely excited to hear your thoughts on that. But if this is your first time watching or listening, we are going to lay out our episodes in 3 different parts. We have our easy mode, which we start out with, which is what we've been playing lately. That is going to be a lot of our expert mode later on as well, but we could talk about just anything else that we've been playing that's not necessarily new. I have a couple things that I can talk about. Then we have our normal mode where we have some news. We actually do have a couple of things to go over today. And we're not covering all the gaming news that's out there in the world. We're just covering the things that we care about, like we said in the intro. And then our expert mode is where we have our main topic, which today is going to be just some first impressions. And for Jerica, a little bit of a review almost too. We're going to try to keep it as spoiler free. And if we do have spoilers that are coming up, we will make sure to tell you ahead of time. So don't worry about being spoiled.
I will say this. I am probably going to spoil a little bit of Horizon. Burning Shores, because that is the spoiler alert. That's what I beat. But I won't talk about the big story, surprises, but I do want to I have some pictures that I really want to show off because I don't know about you, but I like taking pictures in video games, and Horizon it has to be one of the most beautiful games I've ever, the best looking game I've ever played. Ooh. So I took lots of pictures.
Nice. Well, yeah, so that's what today looks like. Thank you guys again. If you're here watching us live, we go live when we record. So definitely check us out there on Twitch. It's just JK Games Podcast. And that is what we are on all of our socials if you want to go ahead and follow us. So we're just going to do a little loadout. Boop, 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 boop. Foreshadowing.
I'm in. Oh, wow, nice.
So yeah, if you want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, we don't have a question of the week this week because I figured this would be a little bit of a longer episode, but a lot of times we ask a question to our followers ahead of time and we'll answer it here on the show. So that's JK Games Podcast. We have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. We put our video version of the podcast up on YouTube afterwards. And yeah, just go follow us there to get updates for when we go live and stuffs. Alrighty. Well, Jerica, you've been playing lots of things, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I've been playing... Yeah, okay, I'd love to. I've been playing Horizon Forbidden West, but specifically the DLC.
Yeah.
A little, I don't know if we want to save it for, expert mode. Is that what we want to do?
We could
do that.
Yes.
Let me give a little preface to it because it's definitely one of those things I didn't anticipate playing. Because I know Jedi Survivor was coming out right behind it. So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna start that, and I didn't want to spend money on it and then not play it for months. So I was like, I'm definitely not gonna get to this. But I really didn't realize, I remember seeing the trailer last year at some point, a State of Play or maybe Game Awards that was showing off. I can't remember.
I think it was Game Awards.
They showed a trailer for it and it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, it looks great. It looks like more Horizon. We talked a little bit about when I beat Forbidden West and how much it's sort of technical achievement still a gorgeous game, incredible, like the massive game. You get what you paid for. You get more than what you paid for. If you paid, $70 for that game, you get is like 3 games in one.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still not
so
done
much
with it.
to do.
I eventually will.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But it was sort of let down by the story a little bit. I was just, I don't know. There's just something missing.
I think they did. I think you gave a whole review. I think on the podcast, or at least a first impression. If you guys wanted to go back and watch that.
Yeah, I mean, it ended fine and totally cool with that. But I thought I was left wanting more from Horizon Forbidden West. And not gonna lie, it's a challenging game. Like, it is hard. Like, and then with the DLC, I remember specifically the last Horizon, so Horizon Zero Dawn, they had a DLC called Frozen Wilds that came out like a few months later, around Christmas time, I think. And of course, Frozen Wilds, it was like in a snowy area of the world. I don't remember where, but I just remember hopping back into it, and I was like, oh my God, I have forgotten how to play this game. You can't just hop in and play Horizon. But I know at the DLC, like for Burning Shores and hopping back into it was actually not that hard this time.
Oh, that's good.
So I don't know what the difference is there. I don't know why. Like, it took me a minute to, like, I guess, get comfortable with the weapons that I had, because like there's so many different ways you can play this game. Melee, long range, shooting little bomb balls at people,
bomb balls, maybe
rope hooks, things you can throw at the robot dinosaurs. But yeah, I hopped back in, and it took me a minute, but it wasn't too hard to get the grasp of how to play. So I don't know what made that different, but it definitely felt more approachable, I guess.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I beat that, finally got done with it. And of course, I have downloaded Jedi Survivor, and I won't talk too much about that because I want to hear about your impressions first because I think you've played more of it than I have. Did I spoil something?
No. I've played about 2 hours, so we can talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you definitely played more than I have, so. Because I just popped it in just to see like what it looked like and stuff before I went to bed.
There's a lot out there. A lot out there.
Oh yeah. And then one last thing, I haven't played it yet, but I am excited. We got a little demo for God. Now it's like as soon as I talk about it, it's like The Invincible. That was the game.
Yeah.
The Invincible. And let me pull up like a quick description, because what I plan on doing, I was gonna see how I felt tonight. I might stream it. If not, definitely tomorrow a little bit. Let me pull it up on Steam real quick. But what drew me to wanting so I saw like their PR person was on Twitter. I forget his name. I'll relay all the info when I stream it. But it was space, and it looked creepy.
Ooh, that's you. That's all up your alley.
Space and creepiness. I'm for it. The Invincible. I'm in the wrong place. So I'm sort of going off the script here. I wanted to pull it up. The Invincible. There we go. Yeah, the cover art for it is really cool. I love a good bold text with red backgrounds.
Kind of reminded me of Evil Dead a little bit, like looking at it.
Yeah. Which also I really enjoyed when I saw that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Movie. Evil Dead Rise, so good. And I loved it to death. Okay. The Invincible. Rethink humans' dominion in The Invincible, a story-driven adventure set in hard sci-fi world by Stanson Law-Dim. I don't know. Discover planet Regis 3 as a scientist, Yasna. Use atom punk tools, looking for a missing crew, and face unforeseen threats. Make choices in a philosophical story that's driven by science.
That sounds very interesting.
And it also gave me some like BioShock vibes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Who's the developer?
Or Outer Worlds. Huh?
The developer name, do you have that pulled up?
Oh yeah, the developer is Star Wars Industries, publishers 11-Bit Studios.
Ooh.
Yeah. So looks pretty cool. Got a code for that, at least to try the full demo. So I'm gonna
Our first
go ahead
ever code or first ever
Yeah.
key. Ooh.
So I really wanted to at least try to stream it so people could watch me play it.
Yeah, I would love to watch that. That sounds right up your alley and sounds very interesting. I hope that you are able to do that. Definitely post it. Y'all follow our socials. You'll see for sure. Well, cool.
I'll definitely give Kayla a heads up because she does all that. She likes if she does it like 5 seconds or less.
I spend way too much time on social media. That's the only reason why I know how to do it. No, that's
not. I do too. I do too. I'm looking at dumb stuff instead of being productive.
What's that video you showed me the other day?
Surprise, surprise. Is that one?
Yeah.
The unpredictable. That's a surprise.
I'm gonna have
the lady in the video goes, ah.
I'm gonna have to clip that and put it in front of like one of our videos or something.
I think, especially if we have a surprise, we should play that video every time.
Yeah,
I don't know if that lady's still alive, so I don't know if we can give her money for using her song.
Aww.
She might not be. There's a good chance she's not. There's an old video. Okay.
Well, anyways, what else is that? Is that what's on your roster? Been on your roster so far?
There might be something else other than Destiny, but it's sad because I can't remember all the things I've played except Horizon.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4. I think I talked about that. I beat that.
Oh, yeah. I think you touched on that last time. I think so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Phenomenal game. Love it. I cannot wait for more Resident Evil.
Me too. I'm gonna I'll go ahead and talk about what I've been playing. Is that all that you had, Jerica?
Okay. Yes, that's all I have for this week.
Cool. I have been playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, slowly but surely making my way through that. I think I'm on chapter 8. I think there's 16 chapters. I'm about
there's a lot more than I thought.
It kind of is interesting because I looked up how many chapters there were because I was curious how close I was.
I had to too because I was like, is it when? I don't know. I don't know.
I was curious how close it was because it feels like I'm almost done because I'm about to leave the village area. Like I'm about to, like I'm escaping. I'm going back to the drop point basically to be evacuated.
Yeah.
And so I'm like on my way there. I'm on my way. But I'm not there yet. So I was like, wait, do I get there and then it's over? And so I had to look it up because I was curious how close I was because I want to stream it again. But I've just been I've been trying to get more used to it and like play it on my own time. So I haven't streamed it yet. Or I streamed it once and I haven't streamed it again since. But I was like, I don't want to like be done and not stream it again. So I looked it up and I was like, I'm only like halfway through. Cool. So yeah, I've been playing that. I've also been playing and streaming Fortnite, as I always do, but some cool things. Attack on Titan did a crossover with Fortnite, and Attack on Titan's my favorite anime. I can't remember if I talked about this last time or not.
I can't remember. I know it's a thing.
Yeah.
I know you did. You definitely got the things.
Oh yeah, I for sure did. I did buy everything that I could, and so Fortnite has taken a lot of my money. It's all right. It's fine. And I keep telling myself it's a free game, the game's free. So it's fine. But so that's been fun. There's some like not only like character skins, there's like some cool things in there, like the ODM gear, which is the like it's kind of similar to like Spider-Man, like what else have I been playing? So I've also been playing Jedi Survivor, and we'll give my thoughts later. Another game that I'm excited to talk about, oh gosh, hold on, let me pull it up, is Roots of Pacha is what it's called. It is an indie game. It is an indie sim, like city builder type game.
I remember this. I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, and it basically looks like a prehistoric Stardew Valley is what it looks like. It is $23 on Steam. I believe it's on other platforms as well, but the developer is Soda Den and the publisher is Creativo. It came out a couple days ago, so it came out on the 25th. Highly recommend if you like this style of game. It is super cute. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of pixelized. It looks like Stardew Valley, maybe a little bit more 3D. But
I've been sort of getting the itch for Stardew Valley, so maybe is it? I can't remember. You might have just said, is it on the Switch?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to look at right now. I think it's just on Steam right now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really fun. I haven't played a lot, but it also is like, it's kind of like spiritual. It's like you are a part of this tribe and you have like a family and all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, it's really fun. I've played a couple hours of it. It's definitely scratching the itch for the kind of game I was looking for, which was just that kind of like Sim City builder strategy type game. So yeah, you basically farm, you have your little, there's also a story, there's mining, there's like challenges and things like that. But the story is really fun. You're like going through like a rite of passage within this tribe. So that is something else that kind of just my first impression on that because it came out recently. I'm trying to think. I think that's all that I've been playing. Yeah, I think so. I've been playing Overwatch 2 has a new season right now. I've been playing that. They have a new character, Life Weather.
I have an Overwatch sweatshirt.
Really?
But I just like the colors, so I got it.
Oh, that's cool. I can't even see it.
So if you ever see me wearing it, you know I'm not playing it, but I like the sweatshirt.
That is cute.
So
that's funny. But yeah, I've tried my hand in a couple of ranked matches with some of our friends.
How was it?
It was fine. I'm not the best, but it's fun. It's a good time. The dynamic's different. The game, it's interesting. The game is the games are kind of different. Like the PvP is a little bit different when you're in ranked versus not.
Is it just a little bit sweatier, as the kids say?
Yes, for sure. It is sweatier, but also like there's different kind of like checkpoints and you get like the pacing's a little bit different. So, but yeah, I'm having a good time with that. The new hero is really cool. Is a healer. He looks like a kind of like Fabio-esque. He's got like, he looks cool. He looks like a really cool like male version of Mercy. But yeah, that's what I'm playing.
Okay.
And I'll elaborate later in our expert mode about Jedi Survivor. Let's go ahead and
go.
We got a little bit of news to talk about, Jerica. I noticed that you had a couple things in there. Horizon news, topical.
Yeah, it was perfectly timed. Seems like they might have planned that, you know.
Oh, interesting. One thing that is unfortunate to kind of kick us off is once again we have another delay in our books.
This is a massive one.
It is a massive delay, Jerica. It is crazy how you would not like know you were this far behind. I mean, I'm not in the gaming industry, but this is a big title. Very big. So Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is delayed until February of next year. That is a lot.
Which is probably for the best. I don't know if you had a chance. I don't know if you watched like some of the gameplay. Did you watch the state of play? Yeah, I mean, it didn't look bad, but like also, I don't know. There was nothing about it was like, I don't know, like it didn't make me want to buy it. It seems like some of the open world, like the areas they just seem very bland and generic. Like the environment was sort of, I don't want to be harsh, but it is like an afterthought, you know.
Yeah.
But some of the gameplay looked pretty fun.
Hey, it's our job to be harsh, Jerica. I'm just kidding.
You know, it just didn't look like it had been cooked all the way.
It was a little underdone.
Yeah.
When was it originally slated to come out? Do you remember? Was it May?
I think this month. Or next month.
Yeah. It's gonna be May. Sorry. I'm reading the tweet from the official.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this also, Kayla. Sorry, in the stream that you are very nothing that you can do about it. I think it has something to do probably with our internet, or I don't know, but you're very, you know, that fuzziness you get when the internet's not great.
Oh no.
It's fine. I just don't know why it looks like that.
Interesting. Because I upgraded my internet recently. My internet's upgraded.
It could be me. It could be my internet. So,
I don't know.
Audrey says it's her.
Oh. Hey, that's all right. Anyways, so
we'll just blame Audrey. It's her fault.
Oh, not Audrey.
Kayla said, but I was like, no, it's Audrey's fault.
That's mean.
She said, yeah.
So on their Twitter, Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, in their announcement of the delay, did say, we have made the tough but necessary decision to take the time needed to work on getting the game to be the best quality experience for our players. Thank you to our amazing community for the continued support, patience, and understanding. There is much more to share in the months ahead, and we look forward to seeing you in Metropolis next year. So that gives them a lot more time to work on things. So who knows? Maybe it'll be come back and they'll release another trailer and it'll look really good. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I am a fan of DC, but I just wasn't super excited for this launch anyway. Hunter, my husband, is like a big fan of DC, and he's been talked about DC before. So he's excited about it, but his hopes aren't very high.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe they took the feedback and they're going to come back and be like, bam, and it'd be like awesome. We'll see. Jerica, do you want to talk a little bit about, I see you added a note about the PlayStation Showcase. Do you have some news about that?
Yeah, it's not official news. It is all speculation and rumors, but once again, if you're interested, you might not be, but if you're interested, you should follow Jeff Grubb on Twitter, because usually he's tweeting about something. He usually has some rumored dates for events happening during the summer, because you got Jeff Keighley with the Summer Game Fest, which kicks off June 8th.
Ooh, not too far away. Not too far.
Yep. And I might have said this on the last episode, but Jeff Grubb said supposedly PlayStation's having a showcase. It's been since 2021, right before the PlayStation 5 got announced. It's been the last time we've had like a proper showcase, not a state of play. Don't get those confused. State of play, they'll put out every 4 or 5 months, and it's usually a snippet of something. If we focus on some particular game, or like third-party games coming to PS5. But showcase would be where we get big announcements from PlayStation. Like, what does the next year or 2 or 3 look like if you're a PlayStation owner? So supposedly that's going to be happening before the Game Fest situation. So seems like people are throwing out the May 25th date.
Interesting. What day of the week is that?
I think it's a Tuesday or Thursday.
I guess that's normally what day they do that. That's right.
Yeah. I am off from work. Ooh. I had to, just in case. I'm not going to lie. I can't be anywhere if The Last of Us Part 3 gets announced. If it gets announced, I cannot
No, do you think that's
in
possible?
The public eye.
I cannot be in the public eye.
I need to be at home and like consoled and telling me life is real. It's not a dream. But yeah, I definitely think it's a possibility. They'll definitely showcase. We'll definitely see the multiplayer Last of Us game.
Ooh, yeah.
Naughty Dog's been working on, which will be cool to see.
Allegedly, is this
Destiny. Year? It wouldn't surprise me if it was this year.
Like
that's
Christmas
what my
time.
money's on. Yeah,
be cool.
Around that time. Gotta be careful, because you got Spider-Man in there too. Spider-Man's supposedly around September, so
that's
would be awesome if it just comes out like August, September.
But it could be their
like
Christmas game, like Christmas sales.
I have a feeling that might be Spider-Man though, and then you get The Last of Us like in February. Like, that's a possibility too. I can't wait. I can't wait to get the official announcements and talk about the dates for real. And then I'd like to also we should have another episode dedicated what we want to see from the State of Play as soon as we get an announcement. We should do some predictions.
Good old predictions.
I'm good at predicting those the showcases.
You really are.
My favorite things to do. Oh God, I love it.
You really
it's
are
so satisfying.
And then I think we did towards the end of last year, we did like a whole 2023 predictions. That's always fun too, and to go back and see how correct we were. Alrighty. Well, that's exciting.
I guess we're still riding this PlayStation news wagon. This isn't just a PlayStation podcast, I promise you, but we do like talking about it a lot because it does have the best first party games.
I agree.
Okay. Speaking of PlayStation stuff, Horizon Guerrilla Games, the developer, game studio responsible for Horizon, recently had they moved around some leadership at the business, and then they were just talking about I could be a great person and read from the article, but I'm not. But someone got a promotion, it seems. Someone got switched around. They're doing something else now. It's great, and they're really excited about supporting the team and leading them through Aloy's next adventure. So they just confirmed hey, there's another Horizon game that was sort of known, but not has it left their lips. And so they're working on the next Horizon game.
That's exciting. I haven't beat Forbidden West, so I don't know where it leaves off, but I imagine similar to God of War that it leaves off ambiguously.
Yeah, well, sort of. It's sort of, but not really. Like it sort of solidifies. You know what's going to happen in the next game. They can go about it in a lot of different ways, which I'm really excited for. I'm glad the enemies of this game of Forbidden West, I'm glad they're sort of out of the picture now. They were just really dumb and annoying to me. I don't know why. I just didn't like them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see where it could go. I'm more excited about this one than I am, I think, about Forbidden West. And the Forbidden West was amazing. It was fine. It was just so pretty. I just can't wait to see how they elevate this game, because this technical achievement, great. I think they're gonna, since playing the DLC, I'm like, I like what they're doing.
Okay.
With it. I like where their head's going with Horizon now.
Well, I have whenever we get to our expert mode in just a moment, I have some questions to ask you about it. I would love to hear some of your experience.
Yes.
Anything else for news that we want to touch on? There's a lot of little side note. There's a lot of Apex news happening right now. I don't really know what's going on.
Dang.
I'll have to give you a compilation. Compilation, is that the right word? On the next episode.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of dropping things in like a trickle, like a little trickle here and there. I'm hoping for some more Titanfall kind of like additions into the game.
Where's Titanfall 3?
I know.
I never beat Titanfall 2, but I just want to play. I want to play the next Titanfall. Like,
unfortunately, I don't really think they're going to do anything anytime soon, because Apex is doing so well, like monetarily for them. I feel like they're just going to keep capitalizing on that and kind of just adding things to it from there, which is fine with me. At some point, though,
it sort of runs itself, though. They got to be doing something else too.
Yeah, for sure. But they're adding like content as far as like backstories, new characters, new interactions, new game modes, like stuff that's pretty heavy. So I don't know. We'll see. I would love for it to be as soon as possible because I love Titanfall. But I'll take what I can get at this point. You know, I'm fine with it for now.
I'd like a Titanfall 2 remake at this point.
Honestly, it was like 2011, I think.
Yeah, they could do like an updated version for sure. Like, because I remember starting it because you talk about it a lot. And I'm like, I really need to play this. But I get sidetracked. I need to play it. That might be what I do until Tears of the Kingdom comes out. Like, I'd like to play it. Yeah, I need to get back. Like, I started it.
Well, if you want to borrow it, I have it. Oh, you have it. You just start. Okay, you haven't finished it. Well, I encourage that highly. That would be really good to talk about. I need to replay it. It's been a long time for me. But let's go ahead and jump into our expert mode. Get some first impressions. We definitely have a lot to talk about with Jedi Survivor. I literally just played it. I was telling Jerica the other day, it came out on the 28th. I believe.
Friday, whatever Friday was. Is it? Yeah, it's Sunday. So
yes. So I just picked it up today, the day that we are recording, which is the 30th. I tried to get it last night, but I want the physical copy. Games that like I know that are going to be like something that I really enjoy, because I loved Jedi Fallen Order. I want to have like a physical copy of. I don't mind playing digitally like some games, but I really wanted to have this physically. The cover's really cool. I posted a picture on our Instagram if you want to go look at it. But I've only played about 2 hours, so I would love to start maybe with we can kind of go back and forth about our opinions on Survivor in just a moment, but I would love to ask you some questions about the DLC, the Horizon DLC, Burning Shores. Is that right?
Yes, Burning Shores.
So I heard you mention, did you have to pay extra for it, or was it included with the game?
It was extra, but it was only $20.
$20, okay. I mean, about
that's
how many
$20
hours
you'll ever spend.
What do you think?
Probably between 5, 6. So it's not long.
Yeah. Okay. We did.
And that was me just like doing primarily the main story stuff too. There's extra side quests and other things you can do. So maybe 8 to 9 if you do all the stuff. Maybe.
And would you recommend it to essentially anyone who had enjoyed the base game? Yeah.
Okay, like I said, I was really impressed with just how it was much easier hopping back into this than it was for Zero Dawn to Frozen Wilds.
And we did a whole, if you guys are curious, we did a whole episode about DLC and like extra content and like what we enjoy out of extra content. Would you say this is like good quality, like really good quality DLC, like a great addition?
Yes.
To the game?
Like if I wish there was more of this game in Forbidden West. Like I liked this 8 hours pretty much more than any of the story.
That's awesome.
A lot of people probably say, I think I know why, but it's not just that. Like there's a lot of character development for Aloy that was just really good, and it was time to see it because she got a little bit on my nerves during Forbidden West's story. Like it was getting annoying.
I totally see what you are saying because I didn't finish it, but I did also get some of that. I was like, girl, you gotta get yourself together or something.
Slow down and get you some friends. You don't have to do everything by yourself. Like God, like so determined, not taking a minute to think and like talk to your friends. She's just gun ho on like saving the world. Like chill out.
Now what? What
Chill
just
out.
save yourself, Aloy.
God.
Damn. But would you say was this a direct continuation of the story, or was it kind of like a little side shoot?
No, it was directly a it was continuing. You have to beat Forbidden West before you could play the DLC. So it is, as far as like the story is timelined out, like it is immediately after you beat the game.
Okay.
And it's cool because they'll silence he'll call you in and you meet him, and which is sort of sad because the voice actor died and he's actually in the game. Like it's not just
really
voice,
sad.
like it's his whole body. So that was a little sad. Anywho, but yeah, you just meet up with him and he's like, we gotta go to the Burning Shores. Are you ready? That's a very general statement. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And then you go to LA because that's where it takes place in Hollywood.
I did see that background, and I was like, "Wait, is this real?" I was like,
"Yeah." And I took some pictures because I found the Hollywood side.
Oh yeah, show us.
Because the game. And by the way, my pictures will have spoilers for the final boss, but I'll go ahead and just say it. The final boss is awesome, but it's so hard. It's so hard. I don't think it's not gonna matter too much to y'all. I promise. If you don't want to see anything, don't look at these pictures.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna share the pictures because I will say that this DLC is only for the PS5. You cannot play the DLC on the PS4. Like it is
interesting
for PS5, which I could tell that difference. The cloud technology was incredible. I wish I should have got that video to put up here. Okay.
We shared it on our socials if you want to go see it.
All right. I got my pictures up here. I won't tell you what you're looking at, but just, being able to see all the environments. The game is, it is the closest thing to playing a CGI movie. Like it looks, I cannot believe it's a real game. Like how awesome it looks.
Oh, it still says clicker bait. Ignore that.
Oh, where is it?
At the bottom.
Dang it.
That's okay. That's an ad. It's an ad for our other podcast.
It's an ad. Okay. Whoopsie. I knew I forgot something.
Good.
There's a picture I took, and I added that facial expression to Aloy. She's so amazed that she's in Hollywood. She's like, what is Hollywood? She don't know. But she knows she should do that.
That looks so good. Wow.
And if you didn't know, at the end of Forbidden West, you get a flying mount. So you get this pterodactyl. So I just was flying it all over LA.
Nice.
But look at this picture. Like, holy smokes. Like, it looks so good. Like, the game, like, you can zoom in and see Aloy's chin hair. She has chin fuzz. Like, when the characters are talking and, like, when they talk and move their eyebrows, like, their foreheads wrinkle. Like, it's... And I got in really close to her skin. I just wanted to see it, and it's like real skin texture.
That's crazy.
So real. I can't believe they made this game in the time they did. It's this Guerrilla uses Decima, their in-house engine, which is also the same engine that Death Stranding is built in.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
So this I don't know how game development works, but I can tell you, like, I don't know, this engine seems it's the best looking things I've seen come out of this engine.
Put some more stuff in that engine, boy. Put it in there.
Then you put more stuff. And I took this picture. Ooh. This is Aloy and her new friend, Seika. And look at the Hollywood sign, a little robot up there. This is in-game, y'all. In-game.
That's crazy.
Then the next picture is something that's going to... Oh, she looks sort of tired here, so I added this picture.
I can't see it.
Oh, yeah, I forget. You can't see it. I'm going to go to the next picture. I forget you can't see them live. Okay. Okay, there's one picture I want to describe.
Oh, wow,
so
that's
sorry.
so pretty.
You might play, you might not, but this is the last boss fight, and I won't get... Sort of. It's one segment of it. It's phases that you fight. The last encounter's phases. But this is shot in-game.
That's terrifying.
Aloy's friend Seika is on the pterodactyl up in the top right. You can see her there. So that's another NPC that is interacting with you. Of course, awesome. I'm playing Aloy with the little glider, so I'm swinging down. And the big beast with the long arms and the red light eye in the background is literally in the game moving. It's massive. This is in game. This is not a cutscene. This large structure is moving down the volcano into the ocean. And I have another picture to just show you proof of this. This is the biggest thing I've ever fought in a game.
That's what she said.
Like it's a graphical. It blew me away. It blew me away.
Arkham Arrow in the chat said the blue of the glider with the magma in the back looks so good. Yeah, it does. That color contrast.
This is a picture. I took a good picture here. Like
that is a really
I was trying to catch up with this robot thing, and I was trying to catch up with it, but I was slow. But I took a picture.
Ooh, that looks really good. Arkham Arrow also said this would make a sick poster. Sorry.
I know. I need to print it. I need to get it printed. It was a good picture. At this point, the robot makes it down into the ocean, into the water. And I don't know about, I've talked about Shadow of the Colossus before. This reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus, where you have the colossi are so massive. You have to climb them and figure out how to take them down. Well, you had to wait to the right moment and not get squished, but climb up one of the legs. So you see Aloy in the right corner. That's me climbing and making my way up to shoot one of these generators to power down one of the legs.
That's crazy. It looks like
the scale is insane.
How are you supposed to beat that thing, boy?
Yeah, that's where you gotta play the DLC. That's where I won't spoil you. Spoiler alert, I beat it. Yep, I figured it out.
Ooh, do you stay on what difficulty were you on?
I did turn it down to easy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine.
The game's really hard. The game's hard. And I didn't have time to upgrade all the armor and stuff. I'm like, nobody got time for that. I gotta play Jedi Survivor.
Hey, I am an advocate for easy mode. Okay, use that. I don't think anyone.
Well, I don't think a lot of people get how hard Horizon is now. It is a hard freaking game. I picked up a couple tips recently. I've watched it. So I was like, how can I not be great at this game? Because I'm good at games. I'm pretty decent. I play a lot of Destiny. I feel like I'm pretty good at games. And I was like, this game is so hard. What am I missing? So I really didn't realize the slide in this game is pretty much a lifesaver. So if you go back to it, you should definitely, instead of dodging and rolling, you should definitely just slide. That helped me out a lot.
I was just told that when the pictures popped up that my audio is muted for some reason. Apparently. Who knows?
Oh, you've been muted the whole time because your audio's not in on this.
It's okay.
Well, we just don't care what you're talking about, Kayla. So just don't talk. Okay, great. It's the Jerica show talking about Horizon. I can still hear you.
Yeah.
But the chat can't. Okay, I'll fix that for next time. Okay, in this picture you see this is another phase of the battle. And this monster is using all its long legs to stab you. And you're trying to run up and kill it. It's hard. Okay. Sorry if you're listening to this as a podcast listener, you can't see any of my pictures. You should probably go to youtube.com/jkgames to see my pictures.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. This is Aloy underwater, swimming around.
Ooh, you should put some of these to Twitter too.
No, yeah, I'll go back. There's more pictures I want to take. I'm not done yet. I'm going to hop back on tomorrow probably and take some more pictures. All right. Okay, so at least now you can see the game. You're back. We're back with audio. People can hear you again, Kayla.
Hello. I've been gone.
Okay. So yeah, and I will say this: the selling point, obviously, the game's pretty. The best looking clouds I've ever seen in a video game, minus Flight Simulator. Like literally, you can fly your pterodactyl into the sky, into clouds, and it's so realistic because you can't see anything. Like the scale of the clouds is realistic, and so they're massive. It's so cool. Like it's such a cool thing to experience. If you're a visual, like you like just looking at high fidelity things and looking at graphics, and you got all your pixels and your monitors and your OLEDs, the lack of color or lack of light. I don't know what makes Otto's coughing. OLEDs, pure blacks. It's beautiful. It looks so good.
Your pictures are really good.
Yeah, on top of that, the story is really good. I enjoyed the story. I definitely, without too many spoilers, Aloy gets up to you, but she definitely gets a romance option finally, which I've been wanting for her because I think that would add a little bit. Of course, she can be her own woman and do that, but I want her to have like some conflict with, instead of just like trying to save the day, and her really not, like, one of her closest friends died in Forbidden West. Like, I won't give it away, but like, and it bothered her, but I never felt like she felt that hard. Like, I don't know. It's like, I never felt Aloy's emotions because I just felt like she's just like, I don't know.
So this gives a chance for her and emotions to kind of show through.
Exactly. So you get to, I don't know, you get to see a side of Aloy you've never seen before in the DLC, and it was really good. Like, I love this, and I hope they go further with this in the next game, which they have to now. Like, they're already,
well, apparently we know they're working on it, which is cool.
Yeah.
So, thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Good story.
Hunter in the chat said the blues in the game are very well done. So that would make sense why the clouds look really good. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts. One day I think when you were talking about the difficulty with the game, I think that's what kind of, that's why I put it down, I think. Cause I even dropped it down. Like, I tried to play on like normal essentially mode. I forget exactly what it's called. But then I dropped it down to easy mode and I still couldn't get past a certain part.
It's hard.
And so I was like,
yeah.
And so
even on easy beating or playing that big robot at the end, it was hard. Like, it's a hard game.
I do plan on going back to it because I just love, like you were talking about, the quality of it. Which, speaking of quality, we have another game to talk about this evening. I will say this. So we're going to move on and talk a little bit about Jedi Survivor. And this is just first impressions because, like, Jerica finished Burning Shores, but we have not. We've only played, like we were talking about earlier, if you're just not just stepping in, we've only played a little bit of Jedi Survivor. I was seeing a lot of stuff online. I was trying as hard as possible to avoid spoilers. But even amongst our friends, we're talking about how, and this was even before release, I think they were already talking about how the game, specifically on PC, was not up to caliber with what it should be, especially from this huge company with so much money invested into this project, especially with like how good Jedi Fallen Order looked. I feel like Jedi Fallen Order looked phenomenal personally. And like, graphics are important to me. I will say, like, the most important thing to me is like the gameplay, like the actual gameplay and the story is probably like, and the visuals are important to me, but like, that's probably all like equally as important. So like, if something has phenomenal like gameplay and story, I might overlook some of the like graphic things. But there was
I'm not yawning because you're great. Sorry, I didn't mean. I just felt rude yawning. It's just because I'm a little sleepy. I am so sorry. That was about to be an intense yawn. Then I popped. I'm so sorry. No.
And also, I know you told me to go first. Don't hold back your opinions, though, if your opinions are stronger than mine.
I'm actually just actively listening to you so hardcore. I got so relaxed. I started to yawn. I was just listening. Sorry.
So I do, and just kind of prefacing like my like preferences as like a consumer of games. So I was seeing a lot. I was hearing a lot from our friends about how bad it was. I have chosen to play on PS5. Did you play it on PC or PS5, Jerica?
PS5.
PS5. So that's how I was going to do it anyway, just because like me and Hunter, my husband, also share that console. And so I wasn't trying to buy it twice anyway. So
Yeah.
that's why you also won't see me streaming it, because I don't really stream on my PS5 because it's not connected to my setup. That's kind of a side point. But so I booted it up and I was kind of expecting it to be pretty bad. And I don't know if that's why it didn't seem too bad to me. I don't know. Maybe because I had like really low, I was like, oh no, it's going to be like unplayable. But to me, it wasn't. I thought it was fine. And maybe it's just where I'm at, like in the game. Maybe it gets worse. I don't know. But I definitely did notice it wasn't the high quality of game caliber that we now have come to know. So
are you playing on performance or quality?
Great question. I am playing on quality. And not performance, just because I was
felt
curious.
like it actually looked better in quality. I just couldn't get used to the lower frame rate. Like I was just like, oh, this is how I used to play games. My eyes are broke.
That's a great question, because like she was saying, there is a choice you can make between like performance over quality, performance favoring frame rate, and then quality favoring resolution. Because of what I knew about the issues with the game, I was like, let me try quality and see. And I think you can switch it. Can you switch it in the middle of the game? Can't remember.
Yes, you can. Because I went back and forth a few times trying to figure out
which was
what
better.
I should do. Yeah.
I haven't changed it yet, but I was actually, I thought it was fine. And then it's definitely not like the top tier, like Horizon level. And I know you're probably going to talk about how it was pretty jarring for you going from that to that.
That wasn't a good idea.
But to me, it was fine. I think that it's definitely still playable. I just really like Jedi Fallen Order is one of my favorite games. Like it really was like a huge, like game for me. It was my game of the year that year, I think. But so I'm really enjoying where we're at as far as the story. I'm not going to spoil anything, of course, but I love just like where we picked up with Cal. There was a little bit of a time jump. I don't remember exactly how much. There actually is a book by Sam Maggs, one and only Sam Maggs. Hopefully one day we'll have her on the show.
We're going to try to make it happen one day.
But she wrote a book for the like what happened. I believe it's canon too, for like what happens in between those two games.
Yeah.
I unfortunately haven't had a chance to read it. I do have it. One of our friends let me borrow it. I haven't read it yet. Maybe I'll just go back and read it later. I just really wanted to get to the game to be able to talk about it. But yeah, I like what's happening so far. The dialogue is good. The gameplay is really good. The music is awesome. I love the music. It's definitely very Star Wars. So I think that, it's hard to say exactly how I'm going to feel about the game as a whole. One of our friends that played it says it really just feels like the same game. It does. I mean, it does feel like the same, because you still have the same like climbing mechanics, lightsaber mechanics. To me, I feel like a lot more powerful because you kind of transferred with what you had at the end of the last game as far as your abilities. You are more trained at this point. You have more skill with the Force and the lightsaber, which I think is cool. One thing I thought was interesting is I think the skill tree is kind of built similar and looks like the same type of progression, but it looks cool. I don't know. Have you gotten to that yet? Have you looked at it?
I haven't.
Okay. So it looks really neat. Like the way the UI of the skill tree looks pretty cool. Different than the last game. Because you have the little meditation points where that's still present in this game, where you can go to those and save, take some rest time, and then also use your skill tree. And then same as the last game, there's a lot of stuff you can find. It's a big game. It is linear in a sense, but there is also the ability to like go back once you have more abilities, same as the last game. Because there's already been some things where I'm like, oh, I can't go there yet. But I know I can circle back like it was in the previous game. But yeah, overall, I think that for me, it's playable. I do think, again, I think it's not the same quality of game that we've been seeing. So that is unfortunate. I think they have said they're going to do some patching, I believe, to make it a little bit of a better experience.
I hope so. Because I will say for me, I think it's just coming directly from Horizon.
Probably so, yeah.
My eyes were just like, oh, God. And I will say, like, I swapped back between both modes, and I found that quality, even though frame rate wasn't where I was liking it, it had less screen tearing. It almost looked better to play. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not it's minor things, because overall, like, I did do a little fighting, and it felt like the fighting felt really good. Like, I felt like this could be super fun. But I just remember I got to the first little bit where you first fight, and then I started climbing again, and I was just like moving my camera around.
I agree.
Him really fast, and I was like, oh, it's tearing a lot. And it just sort of took me out of it.
Yeah.
It's a small thing, and I probably could overlook it too once my eyes adjust and just get used to it. But I think I just coming off of Horizon was not a smart move on my for my eyeballs.
For sure.
Like it reminds me when I played, which granted, like, I loved Ghost of Tsushima. It was a really good game, but coming right off of Last of Us Part 2,
yeah,
there was definitely a difference in like some of the tech that these developers use to do motion capture and facial animations, and it's hard to make games. I know.
It's interesting that because, like, with this game, oh, by the way, hi, Jordan in the chat. Thanks for joining. It's
hi, Jordan.
MG. We're talking about our first impressions of Jedi Survivor, if you're just done jumping in. But Arkham Arrow did say, love the design of his saber. I agree. I think his saber looks really cool. It's one of the best, but when I think it comes to games like this, I'm fine with mechanics being the same as long as the story is different and new. The Assassin's Creed line is a great example of this. Yeah, I agree.
I'm fine with that too. I mean, God of War was pretty much the same thing too. Like, God of War Ragnarok was like pretty much the same thing. There was like some new things here and there, and I bet we get some new stuff.
Oh yeah,
Jedi Survivor.
For sure.
So I bet there's some new things, but that doesn't bother me too much.
But yeah, I haven't really experienced any screen tearing. I do know what you're saying though. When you're moving like quickly, it does look bad. It definitely looks worse. Now I wonder if there is that
it looks worse. It looks bad.
It does. But I wonder, there's an option to turn off motion blur, I think is what it's called. Like
that might help. Let me try.
I wonder if it would help.
That. Yeah.
Because you know how like, and they have that feature, which by the way, I took a look at, they have a lot of accessibility features in this game, which is cool. We always love to see that. Hopefully maybe it might get nominated for Game Awards.
Yeah. But
yeah. Oh, one thing, I'm sorry, I got derailed, but they do face motion capture for this game. Like the actor, that plays Cal Kestis, Cameron Monaghan is his name. There's a really funny video I shared on our Instagram story of like Mark Hamill was like there like during their like motion capture, which is like wild. That's crazy. But yeah, that's what makes me wonder like why it wouldn't look more smooth, because they do motion capture like very similarly like how they did The Last of Us with the face and body and like all of that.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's just, I don't know what engine it's built in. I assume it's Unreal.
Sure.
Let me look up. I'm curious now. Let me look it up.
For sure. I think that like, I actually also didn't look up how many hours it is. I knew that it took a while to be, but to me it flew by playing Fallen Order, because like it was just, I had such a good time. But also, I really have been enjoying. I know that there's a lot of things to collect based off the last game, so I'm turning around every corner. I'm looking. I'm trying to open. There's a lot of flare options, so I'm looking around every corner trying to find the little buckets.
Yes,
to open up. Let me know when you find it. I'm curious too.
Unreal Engine 4.
Okay. Isn't there a 5?
That's what I thought. There is. Maybe the next game will be built in that, because they put this game out pretty fast. Like
they did.
When the last game come out? Like, was it just like 2 years ago? Maybe.
Let me
look up. Fallen Order, right?
Yes.
Came out in 2019, so a little bit longer than I thought. But that's still 3 years. That's pretty fast. It's a pretty quick turnaround time. We waited 10 years for The Last of Us, so that's pretty fast.
Jordan in the chat said Fallen Order was an amazing game. The soundtrack, the art, chef's kiss. Have you played Survivor? What are your thoughts? We would love to hear them. Definitely always open to what you guys think. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts so far. I don't really have a lot of impression to give other than visually and mechanically.
I just hope that EA is not being mean to their studio partners and whatnot, because you know, I'm sure there's pressure. I'm sure there's pressure to get it out quick. You know, there's either gonna make me. I saw someone comment like, you're either gonna make people mad by not releasing it, or make people bad by releasing it early. And you know, regardless, everyone's a good chunk of people are gonna be upset at something.
Yeah.
So at least they got it cooked enough to where you can have a good time. I just, I might wait until that. It might get like a couple of updates. I just want something to fix some of the little bit of the jankiness.
Yeah, to make it like the best experience.
Performance mode. Yeah, I just want it to be a little bit better. But I don't know. I really want to also play it. So I might see if I can push through.
We'll see. Jordan in the chat did say, I've not played Survivor. I want to, but I heard there were a lot of post-launch bugs. That's actually what we're talking about right now. To me, in my opinion, it is playable. It definitely is not the highest caliber, but I think that if you want to hold off like Jerica, I totally would understand that too. I'm just scared I'm going to see spoilers of the actual story.
That's how I am too, because I want to beat it. I want to get through it so I don't get story. I know there's got to be some big moments in the story, and there were in the first game.
Oh yeah.
So I want those to be I'm torn. I might play a little bit tomorrow then.
Jordan in the chat did say EA had a really tone deaf response to the issue. I actually haven't seen what they said. But
What's new? Doesn't surprise me. EA is trying to ruin everything again. I'm sure with James Cameron, that's how I am with EA too. I can get on my soapbox.
Electronic arts. More like electronic farts.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. I really wish somebody would get these studios away from them. I just want EA I want them to quit. And I want these studios to be acquired by other people that care about them a little bit more.
No,
because I know BioWare's scared to talk about anything.
Yeah.
I feel for them. EA put a lot of pressure on them, made them use the dumb engine to make Mass Effect Andromeda. Now look at us. Look, this is where we're at. They're terrified to make another game.
Yeah.
After
that
Anthem.
is unfortunate.
It's all because of EA. I know I put everything in one pile, but we can blame it's EA's fault. It is.
Well, we'll definitely keep you guys updated on what we think as we progress through the game. And hopefully they do put out something. Again, I know that Jordan in the chat said that they had a bad response. I actually haven't seen it. I'll have to look. Hopefully they push something to fix that out. We'll see. In the meantime,
I didn't have to read it. I know it's bad.
Yeah. EA farts.
I know. EA farts. It's in my butt. It's in my butthole.
It's in my butt. All right. Well, that's really. This is the part of the night where we're getting a little loopy, so it might be time to go. That's all for what we've played in the recent releases. Soon we have Zelda coming out soon. Jerica, you're gonna be playing that?
Yes, I'm so ready for Tears of the Kingdom.
May
12th, I think.
Not too long.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, I think we're 2 weeks away. I got the new Switch. I'm ready to go.
Ooh, let's go.
Ready to play.
All right. Well, I don't know what's next for me. Unfortunately, I won't be playing Zelda because I'm not caught up on the events. But we will catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for joining. If you watch live, if you are listening, definitely check out Jerica's pictures on the YouTubes. I am not talking during it because I was muted, but it is okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking to the silent pictures. I'm just talking to my own pictures.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Farts.